Hi guys, I'm Kaz. I own Labour Faith Coaching Services and I help clients to be their best version. This is part 2 of my 7-part series on the Kabbalion by the 3 initiates, on the 7 hermetic principles, kind of the 7 laws of the universe. In last week's video, I covered the law of mentalism, which basically states that the all is mental, that the all is mind, that the universe is mental. Which in coaching terms, in law of attraction terms, how I explain this to clients is that everything originates first from the mind. So the chair that I'm sat on now first had to be an idea in someone's head before it became a chair that I sat on. I then had to get the chair, which was then a thought. So there was several thought processes from kind of several different people that had to have occurred before the actual me sitting on the chair kind of happened. So the second law is the law of correspondence. It's as above, so below, as below, so above. And how I explain this to my clients, this is a really important law. And the first three are kind of the premise that the law of attraction is built on. Because the law of attraction obviously is whatever we put out, we get back from the universe. Again, and it's about how high we're vibrating, in that positive emotions vibrate higher than negative emotions, but I'll be covering that in tomorrow's video on the principle of vibration. How this works with correspondence is, because the physical plane, the plane that we exist on in physical life, so the things that we can see, hear, taste, smell and touch, they are results first of something that happened on a higher plane. The higher plane being the plane of mental, spiritual, mental, and then kind of the physical after that. So the way to affect change in the outer world is always to affect change in the inner world. So as above, so below, as within, so without. So how I liken this is to your belief systems. If you have a belief system that you might not even be aware of, a lot of our belief systems are installed in us as kids between the ages of 0 and 8. And they become the maps of the world that we sort of run our life by. And the beliefs, programs, however you want to define them, become our internal map of the world. And so if we were, say, downloaded a poverty consciousness belief, that poverty consciousness belief will be apparent in our outer world. We will find it difficult to feed ourselves. There will be a constant battle with money, as above, so below. Everything that we struggle with in the outer world has to have its corresponding mental or corresponding emotional thing inside first. The outer world just doesn't happen. Our world that we see around us is a result 100% of the internal processes first. And the reason that we find this difficult is because a lot of these beliefs and maps, programs, filters that we were given as children, we're not even aware that we've got them anymore. We just seem to think that life kind of is kicking the shit out of us, when in reality it's because we haven't changed the internal program, and as above, so below. So we will consistently get a correlation, a match between what's going on inside and what is going on in the outer world. Because the mental is kind of not above, but mental comes first and then it goes out to the outer world. It's not the outer world and then the other way, it's the mental comes first, because all is mental. And so everything that we're struggling with, so if, for example, if we watched our parents have an abusive marriage as children, as adults we might think that not all relationships are like that, that there are plenty of good examples of relationships, but because that predominant, the main relationship in our life was a negative one, and it negatively give us examples of what men and women are like with each other, or what men are like, then as adults, if we haven't done the inner work and we're consistently having relationship problems and attracting the same type of relationships and the same type of people into our lives, then that is because we haven't changed the program, the belief, as above, so below. So you will consistently from the outer world get confirmation as to what your inner world is doing. So if you cannot get something back from the world, if you cannot get the confidence, if you cannot get the career that you want, if you cannot get the relationship that you want, we cannot change the outer until we first change the inner. All is mental, as above, so below. So how I'm going to explain tomorrow, I'm going to then tomorrow go into the law of vibration and how that relates to it, and understanding of these separate principles really again bridges the gaps in the knowledge for the law of attraction, because people were sort of reading The Secret and thinking, oh, I'm going to think of a car and tomorrow a car's going to be there, and it doesn't work like that as such. There were another kind of 5 laws, as well as the law of correspondence and the law of vibration, to take into consideration when kind of trying to manifest and understanding how the world works. So yes, the theory of correspondence, as above, so below. Whatever's going on inside will be reflected outside. There will always be a match. So whatever issues we are having, they are because of beliefs that we hold internally. If we change the belief, we change the outer. Book The Kabbalion by 3 Initiates, absolutely recommend. Buy this. I've had to read it quite a lot of times, as you can say, to kind of fully absorb the lessons, but this is life-changing stuff, and those in power already know this and are using this to their advantage, while we stumble around not understanding how the universe works. This is how the universe works. The law of polarity is brilliant as well. I'll go into that in number 4, but yes, and please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will be doing the law of vibration, fingers crossed, today or tomorrow. Thank you and have an awesome day. See you later.